5 minutes ago. Byeon Woo Seok is no longer hiding. Could this be the moment fans have been waiting for? The world of drama is buzzing as the sweet love story between Byeon Woo Seok and Kim Hye Yoon is finally revealed, sending shockwaves through social media. Whispers have turned into reality, and hearts everywhere are racing. Red carpet revealed as we uncover every detail of this unexpected confession and the tender moments that have left fans in awe. Let's dive in right now. It was as if the entire K-drama world had been holding its breath, waiting for this exact moment. For months, whispers and rumors had swirled around Byeon Woo Seok and Kim Hye Yoon, two beloved stars whose on-screen chemistry and their hit drama had been so intense, so heartbreakingly real, that fans couldn't help but wonder if something deeper was blossoming behind the scenes. Social media threads were flooded with theories, grainy fan-taken photos, and overanalyzed interviews, each hint becoming a spark that kept the rumors alive. But neither Byeon Woo Seok nor Kim Hye Yoon had ever confirmed anything, until now. Just 5 minutes ago. In what will surely go down as one of the most talked about moments in Korean entertainment this year, Byeon Woo Seok finally broke his silence. Standing before a sea of flashing cameras, his eyes earnest and his voice steady. Did what so many had suspected but never dared to believe, his heart belonged to Kim Hye Yoon. "I've been keeping this inside for a long time," he said softly, his words trembling with raw emotion. "But it feels right to say it now. She is someone I deeply care about." The confession sent shockwaves across social media within seconds. Fans screamed, cried, and flooded Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok with hashtags that instantly trended worldwide. The moment felt surreal, like a scene plucked straight from one of their dramas, but this time, it wasn't scripted. This was real life, and it was sweeter, more powerful, and infinitely more emotional than anyone could have imagined. What made the confession even more heart-stopping was Kim Hye Yoon's reaction. Standing nearby, her eyes widened in surprise, then softened with unmistakable affection. She didn't speak at first, but the small, tender smile that spread across her face said everything. It was a look that carried gratitude, joy, and perhaps even relief, a silent acknowledgement that their secret bond no longer had to remain hidden. In that instant, it was clear to everyone watching, this was not just a one-sided revelation. There was something real, something mutual, and something deeply special between them. The journey to this moment had been anything but simple. From the moment they first met on set, sparks flew, though neither of them admitted it. Crew members had spoken in hushed tones about how naturally they gravitated toward each other during breaks, how their laughter seemed to fill the room whenever they were together. Fans had poured over behind-the-scenes footage, pointing out lingering glances, playful teasing, and the kind of unspoken connection that simply couldn't be faked. But in every interview, they deflected the questions with practiced professionalism. "We're just good friends," Byeon Woo Seok would say with a polite smile. Kim Hye Yoon, too, would giggle and brush off the rumors, insisting that their chemistry was purely the result of good acting. Yet the evidence kept piling up. There were moments that fans could never quite forget, the way Byeon Woo Seok had instinctively placed his hand on her back to guide her through a crowd, or how Kim Hye Yoon's eyes seemed to sparkle a little more whenever he was around. When he mentioned her name in interviews, his voice carried a subtle warmth that even casual viewers couldn't miss. Slowly, people began to believe that there was something deeper brewing between them, something they were desperately trying to protect from the harsh spotlight of fame. So why now? Why, after months of silence, did Byeon Woo Seok choose this exact moment to open his heart to the world? Insiders suggest that the timing was deliberate. The two stars had just wrapped up a series of joint promotional activities, and their schedules finally allowed them breathing room to make their own choices. His friends revealed that Byeon Woo Seok had been confiding in them for weeks about his feelings. He didn't want to hide anymore. One friend reportedly shared, he felt that continuing to stay silent was unfair, to himself, to her, and to the fans who genuinely cared about them. When he finally took the plunge, the world watched in awe. It wasn't a grand, orchestrated spectacle. It was heartfelt, raw, and deeply genuine. That authenticity is what made it so powerful. Fans were not just witnessing a celebrity confession, they were witnessing a love story unfold right before their eyes. Unscripted and unfiltered. In the minutes following his revelation, social media became a storm of emotions. Comments ranged from disbelief to pure elation. "I knew it. I always believed in them," One fan wrote. While another tweeted, "This is better than any drama. I can't stop crying." The sheer volume of reactions crashed several fan forums as people rushed to share their joy and support. News outlets scrambled to publish articles, while entertainment shows quickly rearranged their programming to cover the breaking story. Kim Hye Yoon, though initially quiet, finally spoke up later in the evening during a brief conversation with the reporters. Her words, though simple, carried immense weight. "He's always been someone very special to me," she said softly, her eyes shining. "I'm grateful that we can be honest now." That statement alone was enough to send fans into another frenzy. It wasn't just that she accepted his confession, it was the way she said it. With sincerity and tenderness. Affirmed this wasn't a publicity stunt. This was real. Behind the scenes, sources close to both actors painted a picture of a relationship built on trust, respect, and shared experiences. It supported each other through career highs and lows, cheered each other on in secret, and shared countless quiet moments that the public never saw. "What they have is rare," a crew member who worked with them remarked. "The kind of bond that goes beyond fame or public image. They genuinely understand and care for each other." This revelation has already sparked discussions about how their relationship might impact their careers, far from harming their reputations. Industry insiders believe it could make them even more beloved. Audiences crave authenticity. One entertainment critic explained. Seeing two stars bravely share their truth in a world that often forces them to hide, it resonates deeply. It makes them more human, more relatable, even more admired. But the story doesn't end with a confession. As night fell and the frenzy online showed no sign of slowing down, fans were left wondering what comes next. Appear together in public more often? Would they collaborate on another drama? Now as a real-life couple? What did their families think about this sudden revelation? Every question felt like a new chapter waiting to be written. And as if on cue, new details began to emerge. Friends close to the couple hinted that their love story had been quietly unfolding for much longer than anyone realized. They spoke of long phone calls after exhausting shoots, of shared meals in hidden restaurants where they could just be themselves, away from the flashing cameras and relentless gossip. There were even whispers of heartfelt letters exchanged during busy filming schedules. Little tokens of affection that carried more meaning than grand gestures ever could. The thought that this beautiful love had existed quietly, away from prying eyes, only made the revelation more poignant. For fans who had shipped them for so long, like a dream come true. For others, it was a reminder that even in the glittering, guarded world of celebrities, genuine love could still flourish. And just when it seemed the night couldn't get any more emotional, another surprise came. A short video clip, shared by a fan during the confession, went viral. In it, Byeon Woo Seok can be seen glancing at Kim Hye Yoon with a mixture of nervousness and affection as he speaks. The moment she smiles back at him, warm, reassuring, unmistakably loving, has already been dubbed by fans as the look that started everything. For those who have followed their journey, it was the perfect beginning to a story they had been silently rooting for. But as the dust settled, one thing became clear: this was only the start. Confession was powerful, yes, but it also opened the door to countless possibilities. What came next would not just be about two celebrities dating, it would be about two people navigating love in the harsh glare of fame, choosing honesty over secrecy, and daring to be vulnerable in front of millions. The world may have been caught off guard by Byeon Woo Seok's revelation, but deep down, fans knew it was inevitable. Bond had always been too strong, too genuine to remain hidden forever. And now, as the first chapter of their real-life love story has been written, everyone is eagerly waiting for what happens next, because if the past few minutes have shown anything, that the best is yet to come. The world didn't have to wait long for more reactions. As the sun rose the following morning, social media was still ablaze with hashtags celebrating the new couple. Entertainment programs rearranged their schedules. Every major news outlet featured their confession as the top headline. But beyond the frenzy of fans, the voices of those closest to Byeon Woo Seok and Kim Hye Yoon began to emerge, painting a richer, more intimate picture of the love story that had been unfolding quietly for so long. Friends and colleagues who had worked alongside them shared heartwarming anecdotes, confirming what many had long suspected, that their bond had always been something extraordinary. One crew member from their high drama recalled, We used to joke on set that they looked like a real couple even when the cameras weren't rolling. The way they treated each other, gentle, considerate, it wasn't just acting. There was something real there. Another colleague revealed that Byeon Woo Seok would often bring small treats for Kim Hye Yoon on particularly exhausting shooting days. A gesture that never failed to bring a smile to her face. Industry insiders began sharing that both families had known about their relationship for quite some time. Neither family had ever spoken publicly about it. Sources close to them described a mutual respect and support system that had grown quietly over the past months. Their parents really like each other. One insider shared. It wasn't a shock to them, if anything. They were relieved that the public could finally see what they already knew. The revelation that both families were supportive only fueled fans' joy further, adding a layer of sweetness to an already heartwarming story. Meanwhile, entertainment critics marveled at the bravery behind Byeon Woo Seok's decision to go public. In an industry where privacy is guarded fiercely and rumors can destroy careers overnight, his openness was seen as a refreshing and courageous move. And wait for tabloids to twist the story. One commentator explained. He chose honesty. That's why it resonated so deeply with fans. It's rare to see this kind of vulnerability in someone at the peak of their career. As details emerged, it became clear that this was not a whirlwind romance but a love built slowly, with patience and trust. Friends revealed that Byeon Woo Seok had struggled with the idea of confessing publicly. He worried it might overwhelm her or cause unnecessary pressure. A close friend said. But he also knew that keeping it a secret forever wasn't fair to either of them. He wanted to be able to hold her hand in public. Support her openly, without fear of judgment. Kim Hye Yoon, too, had been quietly navigating her own emotions. Known for her humility and grace, had always been cautious about her private life. Behind her reserved demeanor, she had been deeply touched by Byeon Woo Seok's consistent care and quiet acts of love. The little things, late-night phone calls to check in after long shoots, handwritten notes of encouragement slipped into her scripts, thoughtful surprises on her birthdays, had gradually built an unshakable bond between them. Fans were particularly moved when a previously unseen behind-the-scenes clip began circulating online. In the video, filmed during the final days of their drama, Byeon Woo Seok can be seen draping his jacket over Kim Hye Yoon's shoulders while she rehearsed in the chilly night air. The simple act of kindness, paired with the way she looked up at him with a mix of gratitude and affection, instantly went viral. It became a symbol of their relationship, quiet, genuine, and deeply caring. The confession has also sparked a surge of support from other celebrities. Several of their co-stars posted congratulatory messages, with one even joking. We all knew this was coming. Popular talk show hosts expressed their excitement at the possibility of inviting the couple for an exclusive joint interview, while renowned directors and producers hinted at wanting to cast them together again, this time with their real-life chemistry fueling the screen. Career-wise, the revelation seems to be doing the opposite of harm. Both stars have seen a massive spike in popularity since the announcement. Their social media followings skyrocketed overnight. Brands are reportedly lining up to sign them as ambassadors for new campaigns. Industry analysts predict that the couple could become one of the most sought-after duos in Korean entertainment, both for dramas and endorsements. This is love authenticity, one expert noted. This isn't a scandal, it's a love story. Makes people root for them even more. In the days following the confession, Byeon Woo Seok and Kim Hye Yoon reportedly enjoyed a rare, quiet evening together, away from the cameras, away from the chaos. A source close to them shared that they had dinner at a cozy restaurant they used to visit often. The kind of place where they could just be themselves. It wasn't about celebrating with grandeur, it was about grounding themselves in the simple reality of their love. Even as the world around them exploded with excitement. Perhaps what touched fans most was how the couple handled everything with grace. There were no elaborate press statements, no overproduced social media posts, just two people being honest about their feelings. They've always been humble. One longtime fan wrote, "That's what makes this so special. They're just two people who found love. And they're not afraid to share it anymore." As the news cycle continues to buzz, one thing has become clear: this is more than just a fleeting headline. For fans who have followed their journey, this confession feels like the culmination of a story they've been quietly rooting for all along. But for Byeon Woo Seok and Kim Hye Yoon, it is only the beginning. In a heartfelt message posted days after the confession, Byeon Woo Seok thanked fans for their overwhelming support. "I was nervous about sharing something so personal," he wrote. "But the love and kindness you've shown us means more than I can express. Please continue to support us as we move forward." As individuals and together, Kim Hye Yoon echoed his sentiments in her own message, writing, "Thank you for understanding and celebrating this with us. We're so grateful for your warm hearts." Looking ahead, fans are already speculating about their next chapter, whether they'll work together on another project, make more public appearances as a couple, or simply enjoy their relationship away from the spotlight. Whatever the future holds, one thing is certain: their love story has already become one of the most cherished in recent memory. A reminder that even in a world of glitz and glamour, genuine connection can still shine through. Perhaps that's why this moment feels so powerful. It's not just about a confession, it's about hope. It's about two people daring to be honest in an industry where silence often feels safer. It's about the belief that love, no matter how quietly it begins, will always find its way to the surface. As fans around the globe continue to celebrate, the image of Byeon Woo Seok looking at Kim Hye Yoon with unguarded affection, and her answering smile of quiet acceptance, is etched in everyone's minds. It is the look of two people who have chosen to step into the light together, fearlessly, authentically, and with hearts wide open. Byeon Woo Seok and Kim Hye Yoon. This is not just the end of rumors or the beginning of a new chapter in their careers. This is the start of something infinitely more precious. Walk hand in hand into the future. Fans can only watch, cheer, and hope that this love, so pure, so genuine, continues to grow, no longer hidden, but celebrated by the entire world.